Hi everybody, this is my newest mock, a battle on Theed Palace. So why did I decide to do this scene from the movie? Well, this is one of my favourite duels in the entire of Star Wars. I love the lightsaber play that you see throughout this entire film. It's also a significant part of the movie when Qui-Gon dies. I love it and I wanted to recreate it in Lego. I also chose to do this scene because it has a lot of curves, a lot of angles, and I thought that'd be more of a challenge for me as a builder. So let's take a look. So from this angle you can get a good top-down look and see the sort of design that I've gone for here. Now, one of the big decisions I had to make was how to do the patterns that you can see, the metallic patterns on the floor. I went through a couple of different ways to make this out of Lego, but ultimately I decided it was too difficult to do out of Lego, especially considering it has to be chrome silver, which is a particularly hard element to find. So I opted for a chrome silver sticker sheet, stenciled the design just based on my own interpretation from the movie, and I cut them out, and I think it really makes the whole mock come together. So I'm very happy I made that decision. Now, this curve feature was a prominent part of the design from the beginning. I realised that I'd have to master how to get that curve made out of Lego before I could really build anything else. I went through a couple of different designs, including using the 2x1 bricks and the 1x1 cylindrical bricks, but I found that it didn't really give the nice smooth texture that I was after. So what I ended up going for, and you can see in this photo, is creating spokes with 2x8 plates and then connecting them with your 1x4 plates and making sure that those connections are at the exact same points between each of the spokes. And that ensured that the angle between each of the bricks was exactly the same, and it makes a really nice smooth cylindrical shape. So I was very happy with that. Now, there's a couple of things to notice from this area. The first is the detailing that I've done on the wall there. You can probably see the pipes that are coming down. I tried to mirror as close as it is in the movies. I'll try to put up a side-by-side shot to give you an idea of what it looks like in the movies. It can be quite challenging, especially with the colour choices in Lego. I'm fairly happy with how that turned out. It adds an extra bit of complexity, so there's something going on in the mock instead of it just being flat everywhere. Now, the other thing to notice there is also the doors, which I'm very happy about. They look very simple, but it's something that I'm quite proud about. I really like the design I used, especially getting those red window panels to fit in there. Now, you might be wondering why I've got this particular shape jutting out from the edges of them. It's to make sure that there's enough space to hide the spokes that come out from the curved elements that you can see on the right side of the video here of that wall section. That's also curved. I've done it the same way I did with the earlier curved section with the spokes, but that just requires there to be a little bit of space to hide the spokes essentially. So I built it out there. It looks pretty cool, looks Star Warsy. I'm happy with it. A lot of 1x4 dark bluish grey bricks, which I love. Now, I did want to point out at this point that I do have Qui-Gon, Darth Maul, and Obi-Wan Kenobi hiding in the back there watching the fight. Obviously, there's a couple of different ways you could set up this mock with the characters. Of course, you could have Qui-Gon lying down after he's passed away, and Darth Maul and Obi-Wan hanging over the edge, and Darth Maul threatening him. I prefer this sort of setup just because it you get to see all the characters. Darth Maul still has, both of his lightsabers out. I like it. So when I was building this, I thought to myself, at the back, I could just have a solid dark grey wall, or I could fill it in and show off some of my favourite Star Wars figures. And here it is. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. These aren't all my Star Wars figures, of course. I've got a lot more, but just a couple of my favourites there. Don't worry, the C-3PO isn't a real chrome C-3PO, it's just a custom. Let's have a quick look at them. Down the bottom here, I've got pretty much all the bad guys. As you can see from a lot of the Sith there come across, and we also have the evolution of Anakin. Up the top we have our good guys. As you can see by plethora of Jedi. And you know, Han Solo there, Lando Calrissian, Princess Leia. Up here we have our rebel leaders. Got to throw an Akbar in there, of course. And the inseparable R2-D2, C-3PO and Padme. This is also a good opportunity for me to show off those doors again that I really love. Really happy with the design and how that turned out. Thought I'd also add in on this point, if you do want to see some in-depth photos from this mock or any of my mocks, just click on the link in the description. You'll be able to take you right to mock pages where I've got a lot of photos of this up. And if you click on my name through there, I might throw in another link with my name, you'll be able to see all the other creations that I've made in a lot more detail through the mock pages page. So overall, am I happy with this mock? You bet. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite mocks, especially for the technical design. I would in the future look at trying to light up those panels, especially the panels that are transparent. But that'll be another job for down the track. Thanks for watching. Check out my other mocks. I've got plenty on here. Thank you.